The National Assembly's Joint Committees on Finance and Budget Planning questioned the federal government's borrowing practices during discussions on the 2025 to 2027 Medium-Term Expenditure Framework (MTEF) and Fiscal Strategy Paper (FSP). Revenue agencies reported surpassing their 2024 targets. The Nigeria Customs Service (NCS) exceeded its $5.09 trillion goal by generating $35 trillion by September.
Talking strictly about the revenue and in terms of the targets, I want to say that we did well. Our target for 2024 was 5.09 trillion, 5 trillion and some few millions. As at the middle of November, sometimes last week, we have reached this target. We have generated a total of 5 trillion 352 billion. So 5.3 trillion naira, which we have generated as at the middle of November 2024. For 2025, it is projected that we will expect to make an increase of 20% on the 2024 performance. And this will mean that we will be expected to generate 6.3 trillion naira in 2025. The document we submitted also expects that there would be 10% increase in 2026 and 2027. I want to submit that from our experience in 2024, this is achievable based on some of the indicators of our performance that we saw in 2024. We also discovered that when we implement some of the observations made in 2023 and put them in place in 2024, it was easier for us to reach this target.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) reported earning on 13.1 trillion, surpassing its $12.3 trillion target.
You coming to the numbers from the company, Mr. Chairman. By the end of this year, we will exceed our targets for taxes, for royalties. We may not, will be slightly below our targets for petroleum taxes, and also for our dividend. But overall, Mr. Chairman, we will exceed our overall delivery by at least $1 trillion naira. Our target, our budget was 12.3 trillion, but we'll meet 13.1 trillion by the end of this year. That's how we'll exceed our target. Secondly, Mr. Chairman, and next year, in 2025, we see a much more robust year and a better year because two things have happened, Mr. Chairman. The burden of subsidy is gone from our heads. We now have time and resources to put onto our businesses, and I can confirm to you, Mr. Chairman, our exchange rate assumptions are different. We are a company a little higher than what the budget office did. But on the basis of that, Mr. Chairman, we will deliver at least 23.7 trillion naira.
Similarly, the Federal Inland Revenue Service FIRS achieved higher than projected revenues across all tax categories.
That the response I want to give is without any prejudice. It's just putting preliminary before my boss will definitely come and round it up. So that's what I'm saying. I said the fact that we meet revenue targets, that does not mean we should not go and borrow. And the reason is simple. The budget we have has both borrowing components and internally generated revenue components. So it's total package. Our borrowing target is there in the budget as approved by National Assembly. So when we go borrow, that is what it means. That's number one. Number two, if you listen to Senator Tokunbo, he said we've stopped making reference to ways and means since inception, and then under the leadership of my boss, Minister of Finance, we've followed fiscal discipline. We are not resorting to printing of currencies, which is ways and means. So when you talk about meeting the internally generated IGR and fiscal management within the country, that is what we are doing. Secondly, most of the borrowing that you are being approved for us is foreign exchange, which has to do with our international fiscal balances. Despite the fact that we have Naira, we have foreign components which we use to manage our reserves because of import-export balances. So borrowing, as I will say, is not a crime, it's not a problem. When we borrow in line with what is being approved for us by National Assembly, we are actually carrying out our responsibility. So meeting the target and borrowing, they are not conflicting and it's not self-serving. Thank you very much, sir.
Lawmakers expressed concern over why borrowing persists despite increased internal revenue. FIRS explained that loans were included in the Appropriation Act, while Finance Minister Wale Eden clarified that borrowing remains essential to fully fund the budget.
The revenue, despite the sterling efforts of the FIRS and the Comptroller General of Customs, NURC and other revenue-adding agencies, is still below the budget as at 2024. That is reality. So that takes care of the issue of the fact that there was already a budget deficit envisaged in the 2024 budget as amended, and the borrowing that has been done according to the appropriation, according to the approval of the National Assembly. In terms of growing the economy and in terms of the need for foreign exchange, to the extent that for production that you need to increase productivity and grow the economy, well, you require, as the economy grows, you require even more foreign exchange. You require for equipment, you require for more raw materials. So it is not a question of not needing foreign exchange. It's a question of being able to attract and earn that foreign exchange through exports, number one, of oil and gas in particular, but then also manufactured exports in general. And so I think we are trying and we are committed to attracting enough foreign exchange, foreign direct investment from investors, foreign portfolio investment from people abroad that want to save with Nigerians, including Nigerians. Earlier in the year, we very successfully issued a domestically administered bond issue that was denominated in dollars, so that Nigerians who have money abroad and Nigerians who even live abroad can key in to the administration's policies.
Meanwhile, the Immigration Service faced scrutiny over an unbalanced public-private partnership for passport production, granting a consultancy firm 70% of proceeds and leaving 30% for the government.